Well, as Aaron James fan. Well, first Raw of 2020 just finished now is in the books. The date was January 6th, 2020, right? So, yep, first Raw 2020 and the first Raw of the decade. Now, I really like this Raw. There was some stuff I didn't like, some questionable stuff, but overall it was a good Raw. And I think most of the Raws have been better than SmackDown. SmackDown has been inconsistent. SmackDown's either good or bad. I think the Raw has actually been better SmackDown since SmackDown moved onto Fox on Friday night. Yeah, there's been more wrestling on Raw as of late. If you notice that, just tell me down below. So, I'm going to tell you some of the major parts, the parts I find interesting. I'm not going to go over the small parts. Okay, the introduction of the Raw had Brock Lesnar coming out with his manager, whatever you want to call him, Paul Heyman. They were scheduled to announce who the next challenger for the WWE title of Royal Rumble is going to be. Unfortunately, Paul Heyman said there's nobody worthy of the title shot, and that Brock Lesnar will enter the Royal Rumble and enter as number one. So, what does this mean? It means he can win the Royal Rumble and challenge whoever the champion is at WrestleMania. You never know. He may actually lose the title at some point, but he's not. Just be completely honest with that. He's not going to lose the title. He could challenge the Fiend, whoever is the champion after Royal Rumble, the Universal Champion. Whether it's Fiend, Daniel Bryan, or somebody else at WrestleMania. Yes, and if you win a Royal Rumble, you get to choose which title to go after. Even though you're a specific brand, you still get to choose. You know what? I have no problem with this, but I know that this wouldn't happen. But if I would have done this, I would have Brock Lesnar. He said there's nobody worthy for the title. Why not put a title on the line and prove himself that from being number one and will win the Royal Rumble and retain the WWE title? Obviously, that's going to happen because they want to keep the title on him, and yeah, so they probably want to defend at WrestleMania. It would have been my idea, but he would have to win the Royal Rumble to retain the title, and not have like a couple years ago. I think it was 2016. Roman Reigns defended the WWE Championship, the Royal Rumble, only to lose it to Triple H. Remember when Triple H eliminated him and became the champion, only for Roman Reigns to retain the title, to get back the title at WrestleMania, and one worst main events of WrestleMania in recent years. I know you all remember that. Okay, next is the United States title match. This is important. Rey Mysterio looking to get back the United States title from Andrade, who beat him at a house show back in end of December, the day after Christmas, at Madison Square Garden in New York City. So, let's get to the spot. Andrade, outside the ring, had Mysterio kind of like in a powerbomb position, but he didn't powerbomb him. But he threw him and ran into Zelina. Zelina was out, and Rey Mysterio was concerned for Zelina, right? So there you go. So, Rey Mysterio was obviously more worried about Zelina Vega. And I don't know what happened. Referee, they stalled or something. I don't know. Like I think their cues missed at times. And then when Rey Mysterio got back in the ring, Andrade quickly kicked him, gave him his finishing move, and yeah, retained. And then after the match, Andrade disrespected Rey Mysterio by taking his mask off to show that no hard feelings, that he's sorry for what happened to Zelina Vega. He didn't check on her as a as yeah. So after that, Andrade and Zelina Vega were having an interview. That's later on in the show. And as Andrade was talking, Rey Saudi attacked Andrade, got back his mask to put it back on, and took the U.S. title, I believe. I think he actually took it. Okay. Another major thing. Becky Lynch had a promo. Very good promo, but it's very generic. Asuka came out speaking Japanese, a little bit of English here and there. Asuka got in the ring. When she spoke, Becky Lynch just knocked her out. Didn't knock her out, but punched her, knocking her down. I like that. That's just to hype up their match at Royal Rumble, right? So, okay. Another important thing is that Randy Orton was not at Raw tonight, apparently. I don't know where he was. AJ Styles had a match against Akira Tozawa. Quick match. It was to show how dominant AJ Styles was. He didn't use a style clash at all. Instead, he DDT'd him off the ropes as one of Randy Orton's signature moves. And then he gave him the RKO, mocking Randy Orton. And then he goes on, after the win, goes on the turnbuckle and does what Randy Orton does with the pose. Right? And yeah, that's to get Randy Orton and AJ Styles to have a more meaningful match. That's just to get AJ Styles looking strong into their match. Has been officially announced for next week. Randy Orton and AJ Styles will finally have a one-on-one match next week on Raw. Next, we got Rusev over Lashley and Lana Angle. I think it's just coming to an end next week. I'm not sure, but I hopefully it comes to an end. And a little bit of Liv Morgan in this. She wasn't used much in this show. She had a 2-minute backstage segment, I guess. A little bit less than 2 minutes. So they officially got married, Lana and Lashley. And all of a sudden, you see Rusev on vacation as a bachelor, talking about he's getting hurt over Lashley and stuff. Now Lashley's really gonna hurt Rusev. So they're gonna have a match next week, one-on-one. Lana's gonna be in her corner. And while there's a backstage segment where R-Truth getting interviewed by Harry Caruso, Liv Morgan came and said, no, Lana's gonna be in Lashley's corner. I guess I'll be in Rusev's corner. Obviously. Okay. Next we have Charlotte Flair and Sarah Logan. Sarah Logan got the edge early, attacked Charlotte Flair. I don't even think this was a match. So then, yeah. Sarah Logan disrespected Charlotte Flair by turning up her and smashing her robe that Charlotte's father gave her. This really pissed off Charlotte, of course. I think this is to get Charlotte strong, to make her look strong for a Women's Royal Rumble. She's a high favorite to win, obviously, like last year. She was second last year, right? Okay, there's an there. Okay. Next, we have this tag team match, 3-on-3. Oh, before that, we had the Viking Raiders defeating the OC in the Street Profits in the tag team title, three-way tag team match. Good match. I knew Viking Raiders would win. We'll see where they go on from there. So now we can talk about this 6-man tag. Seth Rollins and ALP versus Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, and somebody else, right? We don't know. Samoa Joe has somebody in the back. And he showed Kevin Owens, this person was in this room, but he wouldn't show anybody else. It's a tease, which is good. So Seth, later on tonight in the main event, Seth Rollins and ALP came out in the ring waiting for their opponents. After Seth Rollins did a promo, he called himself the Monday Night Messiah because the people made him this way. The universe made him the Messiah. Yeah. The Messiah complex, it sounds like, right? So Kevin Owens comes out first, Samoa Joe comes out, and then they waited for a third person to come out. Sudden Big Show music hits. The Big Show comes out. Now, we haven't seen the Big Show in a long time. He hasn't wrestled in 2019, according to Sean Ross Sapp. who is part of Fightful, tweeted out that Big Show hasn't wrestled in all in 2019. I suggest you check out Fightful and Sean Sapp YouTube channel and their website and join Fightful Select, which you get all the backstage news and stuff. So, Big Show's back. I don't know how long he's gonna be. He's probably here for a little while because obviously he can't go on for a long time. He's a special attraction now because he's over 45 years old. He's been wrestling a long time, since '95, I believe, when he was a giant in WCW. So it's Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, and the Big Show versus Seth Rollins ALP. Fairly good match. At the end of the match, Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens were out of the ring. Big Show was taking on ALP. I forget which member. Seth Rollins came in a steel chair and hit the Big Show in the back, ending in a disqualification. So Seth Rollins and ALP lost, making Samoa Joe, Kevin Owens, and Big Show the winners. But they started to beat up Big Show, Samoa Joe. Big Show, the ALP were beating up Samoa Joe outside. Big Show was in the ring. Seth Rollins was signaling for the curb stomp when he stomps his foot. But Kevin Owens, by the ring post, had his feet. He wouldn't let him go. And once he did, Big Show laid him out with his knockout punch, effectively ending the show. So apparently they're going to have a match next week. I don't know if Big Show's confirmed for it. I think he is. It's going to be apparently it might be the Big Show, but obviously it's Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe going to be in it versus Seth Rollins. And they'll be in a fist fight. Like, what the hell is a fist fight? What are they going to do? Punch each other until somebody gets knocked out? Till all three of them are knocked out? I don't know. So there's 3 matches apparently next week. Randy Orton versus AJ Styles. Bobby Lashley versus Rusev. Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens. And maybe Big Show versus Seth Rollins and ALP in a fist fight. Yeah, I don't know. Fist fights. And obviously people don't want another wrestling match, but a fist fight? Alright, thank you. Thank you for listening. And have a good night. Just like and subscribe. Good night. Good night, everybody.